Hola, hoy quería compartir una receta muy fácil que lo hace perfecto para el almuerzo o una fiesta. ¿Cómo fue mi español? Did I get that right? Today I want to share with you my favorite recipe for breakfast or for brunch. Definitely inspired by my husband's Latino roots. So today we're going to be preparing arepas. Can you say that 3 times? Arepas, arepas, arepas. Make sure you watch until the end because I'm going to show you some secret footage of how the Colombians prepare their arepas Costeno style. The coolest thing is that when you bite into that arepa, there's an egg inside. If you're wondering how they actually put that egg into that arepa, you're going to find out at the end of this video. So let's get started. If you don't know what an arepa is, it's basically like a corn pancake, and they're best known in Venezuela and Colombia. Here's what you'll need. To make the arepas, you'll need 1 cup of the ground corn, equal cup of water, half a teaspoon of salt. Since we're trying to go gluten-free or really low gluten, I'm using ghee, which is clarified butter, and it actually doesn't have very large amounts of casein or lactose. So that's a really good option. If you don't have ghee, you could definitely use butter or vegetable oil. For my filling, I'm actually just using some leftovers. Pour the water into a bowl. Then add your salt and give it a good stir. I like doing this method because it really avoids getting any clumps. So just take your corn mix and slowly pour it into the bowl. Keep stirring until you get a nice dough. Once the dough is formed, set it aside for about 3 minutes. Take it out of the bowl and start rolling it around to form a ball. I like having a little bit of water to just sort of dip my fingers in so that way my hands don't get sticky and the dough stays really moist. Then take a knife and cut it into 8 pieces. When I go to different restaurants, some of the arepas are so big, they're like this, huge. I'm going a little bit smaller so that way you can kind of pace yourself and you don't feel overstuffed. I like making them about half the size, or you can do bite size, especially if you're doing a little party. Once each portion is in a shape of a ball, then you can actually press it together to make your corn pancake. One little trick that I like to do, especially if you're having a party, is to take a spatula and just press it down ever so slightly so that everything looks nice and flat. There are a couple of ways that I'm going to show you how to make them. You can either fry them or bake them, so the choice is yours. I'm using a gas stove, so I'm turning the heat to about medium-low. If you're having a smaller party, I like to just fry them up. So I'll put the ghee into a pan, let that warm up, and then I'll add 4 arepas at a time. You really want to get the outside nice and crisp. Fry the arepas about 2 minutes per side. Just watch out, you want to make sure that the outside is really crisp and golden, but not burnt. Once the arepas are done, just transfer them to a plate with paper towel, just to take off a little of the oil. And you want to make sure that the inside is cooked properly. So all you have to do is just pop them onto a baking sheet, put them into the oven for about 15 minutes at 350 degrees. If you're having a party, you can make your arepas in a muffin tin. So same thing, make a really flat pancake, brush them with some ghee, and pop them into the oven at 350 degrees for about 20-25 minutes. Make sure to turn them about halfway through. And now they are ready to stuff. For the filling, I'm putting in some avocado, some tomato, and some cilantro. It's a perfect way to reuse some of your leftovers. For me, I had some porchetta, which is basically a really yummy roasted pork, and that went inside with a little bit of onion, and then I got some salsa verde and just drizzled it before it went into my mouth. Trust me, these won't last long and they will be devoured in seconds. This is just one of those amazing recipes that's really good to have on hand if you're wondering what to cook for your kids. This is a winner. I am really excited, I'm getting really hungry. I think it's time for me to eat. Nom 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 nom. Now here's the secret to making a Colombian arepa from the coast. I'm in Cardenas, Colombia, and I'm learning how to make Arepa de Huevo Costeno. Wow, that's a mouthful. So there's an egg inside the arepa, and it's my absolute favorite. So delicious, and I'm learning the insides right here. You just flatten them out with 2 cutting boards, and you can see there's a little hinge, and you have to try that at home. My arepas don't look like this. So fun.
The most important thing.
The most important thing? The huevo. Yeah. Obviously you need the arepa mix, which is corn.
Vamos a salir todos, salen corriendo de aquí.
This is the secret.
Do you understand? This is the secret.
This is the secret.
Okay, I've been dying to know what the secret is. I've eaten the arepas and how do they get it inside there? We're about to find out the secret.
Tiene que saber
So cute.
el aceite muy caliente.
Sí. Okay, so the oil has to be so hot. I'm doing a little translation for you right now. Whoa! That's so cool. The arepa is inflating. So now we've got the egg. We're gonna put in some ground beef into the arepa. That is awesome. So the egg's gone in with the beef, and now we're putting it back into the oil. The secret to the Costeno style, you basically cut hole into the arepa, put in the beef and the fresh egg, and put it back into the oil, and you will see the most delicious arepa in the world. We've got the first arepa. It's gorgeous, crispy outside, and inside looks a little surprise, which is the huevo. This is the best part. Muy delicioso. Do you want a bite? Nice crust on the outside. The egg is perfectly cooked. I could eat this all day. Thanks for watching, and I hope you really enjoyed this video. Make sure to give me a like and check out my Instagram for more behind the scenes pics. If you have questions or comments, you can just leave them below. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to SimplyCherCher. I'll be back next week with a brand new video, and for now, adios.